Coming up, it's a rivalry that started back in 1930. But as the Chicago Cardinals and Portsmouth Spartans, today, Arizona and Detroit battle once again. And it's next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column. Something's
got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
This one started, and we are underway from Ford Field. Khalif Raymond now. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the new-look Lion offense here in 2021, led by their quarterback in his first season in Detroit after 5 in L.A., Jared Goff.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 59 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That's a gain of 4. From the gun on third down, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Arizona Cardinals offense coming out here for the first time. And you get a peek at Kyler Murray, the dangerous offensive weapon now in his 3rd season in the National Football League.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Murray again to Edmonds on the option. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Running left, here's Edmonds. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I go right at them with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. To throw, it's Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Yeah, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on third, Goff. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darqueze Dennard. And the Cardinals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 7 catches, 111 yards.
And that put him over 1,000 yards for the season. And the benchmark for running backs, 1,000 yards. The same for receivers. When you have that kind of a year, you've had a monster one.
Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. For this defense, CD, and going up against Kyler Murray here, what's the secret to keeping him in check?
Having better athletes than him, which is really unrealistic. So I go way back in football. They used to have a coverage called the umbrella coverage with 4 defenders back deep. Now you want to try and move that umbrella up front with Kyler Murray. Kind of surround him and keep him hemmed into the pocket. Because if he breaks out, he's going to hurt your defense in a big way with his legs. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Flushed out right. Murray has the first down and more. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from a referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll set him back 5. To throw is Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll make it 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Edmonds. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Goff. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's Goff. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Murray now to throw. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Lions will take over. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Goff. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. J.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Well, they did go run, so you were right. Maybe a little more breathing room for 4th down.
Well, no one wants to be accused of playing it safe, right? But instead, they would just reverse it and say, we're playing it smart.
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Murray going to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now in the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now a give to Edmonds. Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9. Murray on the screen. This is Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Murray now. He'll get this underneath to Edmonds. And they snap him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So now here's the former Lion, Matt Prater, on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Prater's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Time for another look at this Lions offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. Open man is Quintez Cephas. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Goff now looking to throw. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Goff, a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Goff now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Kadarius Hodge, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back here for Moore. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, Murray. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Murray now on first down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. That catch good for only a couple. Now Murray again. And the reception made by Green. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And that's off the mark, incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Deshaun Hand in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Lions, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Aleem McNeil in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing now is Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hopkins. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. To throw, it's Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's Andy Lee now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Oh, look at the juke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, Swift. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. They'll try the air now with Goff. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup.
Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the Cardinals.
From the gun, here's Swift. Swift's got the first down and then some.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
And if you want the final metric on his top speed, and trust me, you do, Next Gen Stats says he hit 22.4 miles an hour.
Play action. It's Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Williams.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1 yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal.
This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals.
They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Julian O'Clara. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
From his own end zone now, it's Murray. And Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down in the end zone for 2 points.
And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. And it's the Jaguars that have scored to grab the lead there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Murray has the 1st down and more. And finally down at the 36-yard line.
He was brought down by Harris.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Green's got it over the middle. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd down and 4. Shotgun now from Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And They'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. The Cardinals on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. He's going to take a shot for the end zone, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Prater's kick is good, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 16, Goff is going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this one is incomplete. The Lions on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. He's going to go up top again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the Lions punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. A nice little juke. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
On a 3-yard pickup, brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Murray from midfield. Buying time to his left. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From the gun on third down, Murray. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for Detroit.
But they didn't ease into that drive. Right out of the turnover, they go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. J.J. Watt, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to third.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. Seibert's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is end of the weekend in the NFC. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Over the dime looked on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray now. Caught by the tight end Ertz. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Let's go. But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Edmonds. A solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Murray going to throw. He'll go out to the flat for Edmonds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air. I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Edmonds. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. On 2nd down now, Edmonds. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Murray. Screen pass to Connor. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So Jared Goff in the offense, down by 11, 1:37 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Goff on 1st down. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A big play there for Detroit.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Goff. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Goff. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Throwing again is Goff. Throw caught by Raymond. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. From the red zone now, Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Another try after the 1st down sack. Goff. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
29-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And the Cardinals have got it, so that should just about put an end to this one. They had plan to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And this, not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer Tim Karen said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard